Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Yeah. Hello, Ada. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello, hello. It is me, Vivli-Talks here tonight, and you might notice that my sound quality might have improved. I just recently found out that since I plugged in the Elgato capture card for my Switch into the computer, it automatically screwed with all of my sound settings that I did not check on the computer. And oh, thank you, Park. Thank you. Thank you, Park. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your kindness knows no bounds. Truly, 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 truly. Hello, Bad Luck. Hey, Zan. Hi, Bandit. Tyga. Hello, everyone. Key, how you doing? So yeah, as I was saying, my audio settings on my computer were all messed up from the Elgato, and just last stream I realized, and I just went in and I fixed it all. So now, instead of my audio going in through the webcam mic, which just sits on top of my computer, on top of my monitor, it is now actually going through the nice podcast mic that I have. So, you know, that's going to sound a lot better. I'm doing good, San. Thank you for asking. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So other than the sound qualities, it is Tuesday. I know I usually stream on Mondays, and then I take Tuesdays off. But you know what? We're trying something new. We're switching things up. We're going to switch a couple things up. So we're switching up the schedule. We'll be taking more days off during the work week, but we'll be doing more streaming on the weekends is the plan. So hopefully that all works out great. So that is the plan moving forward with the schedules. No more RoboViv, Park. We're going to try to avoid any more RoboViv. We do not want the beep, boop, bop, beep, boop, RoboViv. We don't want any of that. We don't want any of that. Viv does not want to be doing the, no more of the Robo voice. But, yeah, so going forward, we will be doing streams on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I will probably still continue to do guerrilla streams on my off days. Maybe some art, maybe some gameplay. There's still some smaller games that I started I want to finish. And yeah, so that is what we're going to go ahead and move forward on for the schedule there. So today we're doing the Vivli-Talks, which is a new section I'm starting where I give my hot takes on certain things that interest me. And today we're going to be doing hot takes on art in relation to traditional, digital, how it affects the current age, and the VTuber and Twitter community, and other things like Skeb and Fiverr and stuff, and how those affect it. And then Thursday, we're going to make it our game day, and we're going to continue pushing forward in our JRPG run of Grandia 2, which originally came out for the Dreamcast, and we are playing the HD remaster on Steam. We have just reached the dramatic fight between brothers, one good, one evil, and that will be exciting to see on Thursday. After that, Saturday, we're going to do what I'm going to start calling Vivli-Ohio's, which is every Saturday morning, I'm going to schedule myself to get up, and I'm going to speak for maybe 30 minutes to an hour and talk about, you know, kind of the weekend, like the end of the weekend review, plans for the next week, kind of, you know, like a week wrap up and a moving forward type of discussion on Saturday mornings. I may be sleepy. It might be sleepy Viv voice. It might be awake Viv voice. We'll figure it out, depending how tired I am at the time. And then Sundays will be either a dedicated drawing stream or another game stream. I'm doing the... Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I took a sip. I was starting to get dry in the throat. And then, yeah, so we'll do drawing or dedicated game streams on Sundays. And again, there will be Gorilla streams peppered throughout. What is going on, Viv? What do you have? Oh, Viv guess what I have tomorrow. What do you have tomorrow, Bandit? What do you have tomorrow? A date? Ooh, nice, 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 nice. Man, look at you. You're gonna be a regular old lady killer before you know it, Bandit. Before you even know it, you're gonna be killing all the ladies. Look at you go, bro. Yeah. I'm happy for you, man. I hope it goes really well. I know from my experience, first dates growing up were never the best. It was only when I got older, past the high school age, that I realized, oh, well, you know, this is what you should do for a first date, you know, da-da-da-da. You know, after the hormones had calmed down, after the demon hormones had calmed down. Yeah. Heartbreaker Bandit. Man, Bandit, have you told Freya? Freya, the obsessed love hunter? I mean, she'll probably give you stories too. But anyways, before we go any further, a couple other announcements. I want to also give a quick announcement regarding the Sanbaka Boys video from last week, Tuesday, where we interviewed Chaos and played Minecraft. That video has hit 100 views on the Twitch channel and is starting to gather views on YouTube. So we are very excited about that. And then I also want to announce that Sunday's stream, this past Sunday's stream, we did an art stream where we drew Sugar Plum VTuber, the VTuber Sugar Plum VT. We drew her on Sunday. It was an 8-hour stream from start to finish, from concept to coloring, shading, and effects and everything. That video since Sunday has garnered 92 views. That is my most viewed video. My most viewed solo video is that video from this past Sunday, and I am super excited about that. I'm glad that a lot of people watched it, and I hope that they actually stuck around and watched a lot of it. I know it was an 8-hour video, so I'm not going to expect anyone to go back and watch the entire VOD, but yeah, I'm really happy about that. And then I want to give a couple quick shout outs to a couple of VTuber friends who are debuting this week. In fact, we have my friend Lillian V. Damon. They are debuting this upcoming Friday. You can check out their schedule for their debut at their Twitter handle, which I should have thought about better. I should have actually just linked there we go. Instead of just having their handle, you can have their link. So you have them doing their debut at what looks like 1 p.m. 1 p.m. PDT. I'm guessing they meant PST. I don't know. Anyways, there's their link. They'll be doing their debut, and then that'll be on Friday. And then you also have Momoka VTuber. Everyone loves Momoka. She is doing her debut this upcoming Sunday. Yeah, she's doing her debut this upcoming Sunday at about noon, she says. So please, these are both really cool VTubers. They are both people that I really care about and admire. I hope that you'll check them out and give them a watch as they debut. They work a lot. They've both worked really hard for it. Oh my gosh, my voice today is just not working with me. More water. Anyways, so those were the shout outs I wanted to give out really quick before we got started. And today, as I talk, we are listening to the instrumental of Strange Fiction by Demon Dice. She is a American rapper in Japan, and she does not have DMCA on any of her music. You can find her on YouTube, and her music is available for purchase and download on Bandcamp. And you can once you purchase them on there, you can download them wherever you want, whenever you want, so long as you have your profile. Highly recommend her music. Again, it's all DMCA free. A couple of them come with instrumental soundtracks like this one, and I would highly recommend them if you have any interest in that sort of music. Again, it is an American rap artist living in Japan, and she will use both English and Japanese in her lyrics. She's really cool. Check her out. And then for our video in the background today, we're just going to let this video of me doing a drawing in the background play as we talk about art. All the homies. Yes, Park. We are shouting out all the homies. All the homies need the shout-outs. Say, what? What? All the homies need shout-outs. What? And you can see in the background, there's Doodle Viv. Hopefully we'll be getting Doodle Viv back up pretty soon. I had to mess with his settings a bit because last stream he was just all over the place. Oh my god. Let's try to go for a little bit longer without hydrating on this one. Alright. So today we are doing a Hellfire take. And today's Hellfire take that we are doing is on art. So just a bit of background before I start giving my hot takes on art. A little bit about my background in art. Growing up, I was very much So I'm an extrovert now, but I had a lot of introverted tendencies as a child. So a lot of my time as a kid was spent being by myself, reading books, and drawing based on the comic books that I would get. So comic books growing up, I read a lot of Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and Sonic the Hedgehog comic books. Those are what I had available to me to read growing up from a very young age. I probably started seriously wanting to do drawings probably around 5 or 6 years old. When I was old enough to look at the pictures in the comic books and other books and be like, oh, I want to try and draw this, and actually try and draw it. All right, Bandit, you have a good one, man. You take care, and you have a wonderful evening. I'll see you later after your workout, I'm sure. Take care, stay hydrated, get them gains, and get the protein in there too. So anyways, yeah, around 5 or 6 was around the time that I started to seriously consider drawing as a thing to do. So that's why around the age where I started looking at the comic books, looking at the paper, taking my pencil, and making horrible abominations of what I thought things would look like. So that's how that started out. And from there on, I guess it just kept going. I would do little doodles. I would continue to try to mimic what I saw in the comic books, and it just kept going from there. And I didn't really start developing a style for drawing that was more anime-like probably until about middle school, high school, when I really kind of discovered what anime was. So I doodled mostly based on comic book characters like Sonic and Spider-Man and stuff up through elementary school, and it was probably about the time Pokemon hit the United States was around the time that I started seeing anime more regularly. So Pokemon, Digimon, that stuff hit, and I started seeing anime-styled art more regularly. And that's when I started to try and develop that art style. Now, I took a lot of... going through elementary school, a lot of the elementary school that I went through had art classes as part of the curriculum, so you would always be drawing. At least a little bit every day. And then, you also, in middle school, in addition to regular art classes, I also had to take pottery classes. I had to take modeling classes, using clay for modeling in addition to pottery. And then I also had to take classes in AutoCAD in middle school. Middle school was oh, you need to learn AutoCAD so you can do blueprints for houses and stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm never going to need this. Never going to need this. But you know what? They made you do it. So in addition to that, I also continue to do traditional art courses where they taught you different art techniques and stuff. Like how you could use a black lacquered board with a white poster board inside the black lacquer, and it was called scratch art, and you would actually scratch the black lacquer off the whiteboard, and you would make these white lines to make your image. And that was a pretty cool project back then. And then, of course, after middle school, went to high school, and of course, once I hit high school, You know it. I was in an art class every single semester until I graduated, baby. You know it. And it was probably around it was probably just a little bit before my freshman year of high school that I started to draw in a more anime style. Because I was starting to really get into anime, and it was starting to really, I was starting to really get into anime, and I was starting to really enjoy it, and I started to want to mimic the styles I was seeing on TV at the time. So that is how that all started. So I came from a very, I'd probably say a fairly average background in my interest in art, and then high school was when I finally took dedicated art courses to try and master my craft, which I didn't do. I am still working on it daily, as every artist probably is. But it is definitely a bit of background I wanted to share. And then going from high school, where I took all the what was all traditional art classes. They did not offer digital art courses in school in high school when I was going. They did not offer digital art classes. Everything was traditional art. So you were pencil, paper, pen, everything, all that stuff. You never touched a computer for art class in high school. So then your boy went to college. And he continued taking traditional art classes because it was what he knew. It's what I knew. So I continued taking traditional art courses instead of pursuing digital art, because I was like, oh, well, I know traditional art, so I'll just keep doing traditional art. So I kept doing traditional art. And with doing traditional art, they teach you how to draw standing up on a canvas with an easel. They teach you how to properly hold a pencil and do charcoal lines and do all this other stuff, how to draw, really a large focus on drawing objects, still lifes, nude models, all that kind of stuff in high school and college courses for art. So that's what I took in college, was a lot of very traditional art courses. And unfortunately, at the time I was going, I wasn't really thinking about digital art. And the closest I got to doing digital art was taking a graphic arts course, which is not the correct form of digital art if you're trying to do character art and illustrations. So unfortunately, I completely missed my chance to get some digital art teaching during my college years, which was very, very unfortunate. So then ya boy after college was like, wow, I really need to learn this digital art thing, because it's how everything's being done these days. I got out of college and I'm like, oh shoot, I really need to learn this thing. Oh, Zan, thank you for the sip. Thank you. I will take that sip right now. Thank you. I hope everyone's enjoying the deep lore of my stupidity of course takings in college. So after college, I realized I had screwed up by not taking any digital art courses. And so it was then I went and I got myself a digital drawing tablet. And then I drew on it for a couple years. And then my PC, for whatever reason, did not like supporting my tablet anymore. So anytime I tried to use the tablet on the PC, the whole thing would crash. And I didn't have the money to buy a new PC, and so I kind of just put my digital tablet away for a number of years and never touched it. And it was not until recently, when I finally did the new rig for streaming, that I dug out my digital tablet and hooked it up, and we're back, baby. Yeah. So that's how that's going. So after a number of years of not drawing digitally, and also not drawing even traditionally on a regular basis due to work and stuff, I am back into it full swing as part of my VTubing growth and streaming process, and I want to get better, and I continue to get better every time I draw, and I hope that continues to be the growing trend until I am suddenly a master artist. That's the plan. That's the plan, and that's the goal. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, and the reason I wanted to tell you about my background a bit is that I'm going to give my takes on some things, and some people might appreciate knowing that I come from a background where I was involved in a certain branch of art, and that I am coming from a position that is informed by that experience and my experiences within the past, the past few months of VTubing, plus previous experience dealing with artists on Twitter and through other websites such as Scab and Fiverr. So going from there, the first thing I really want to talk about is how much the profession of artist has changed from what it used to be to what it is now, in an age where we have the internet and computers, and everyone around the world is easily accessible to be commissioned and all that stuff. I just want to talk about that just for a little bit. And I want to talk about that because originally, artists as a profession was not a very profitable profession unless you got hired by a company to do promotional art or whatever, hired by a studio to do artwork pieces for movie sets, or if you got discovered very early on and your art career just took off. Other than that, art in my view was not a very profitable or easy profession to get into. And again, that is before everything took off with the internet. And so nowadays, with the internet involved, you've got people, again, being able to reach all over the world. And you can contact people. You can sit in your home in small town America at a computer and contact an artist from someplace like Indonesia or Malaysia or China or Japan. You can contact these people with these amazing talent from across the globe, and you can commission them to make art, and they can get their art out there because of this thing called the internet, which is great because I feel it has made art and artists much more accessible and has allowed the art profession to be a lot more profitable for people who otherwise, without the tools like the internet, to be able to make it as an artist as they do now. And I mean, that is just, I think, such a blessing and such a boon to artists these days, is that they have the internet to be able to get their voices out there, to get their art out there. And I think that's really important to note. And without that, I don't know what without that availability, VTubing would be a very different thing. VTubing would be a very different thing if not for the internet. The internet is a blessing and a sin. You're not wrong, bad luck. You're not wrong. But VTubing wouldn't even exist. Well, it definitely would not exist without the internet, but the ease of access to art and artists because of the internet definitely lends itself to VTubing and lends itself to the community, especially around the indie VTubers and the company ones, because you have these people, these artists who create art based on these characters, based on their own characters, based on backgrounds and stuff that interest them and all that stuff. And you've got all of this art just everywhere, and it is just such an available resource now that it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And then you have websites like Twitter where people can post their art, and then, you know, this person who just thought, oh, you know, I really like art, I want to make art, they can post their art online, and suddenly they'll have thousands, potentially tens of thousands, if not more, followers who are all there for their art. And that is huge to me. That is absolutely huge to me, that people can post their art and gain such a huge following. And I think it's great. I honestly think it is amazing that people can get this. I think artists deserve all the attention they get for the art they create, and I'm really happy that we live in a world where artists are recognized, because they deserve the recognition. Because, I mean, starving artist is still a term, but it's not as prevalent a term as it used to be. And that's an important distinction, is that it's not as prevalent as it used to be. You can be a small artist and still make a living using resources like the internet to get your work out there and to take commissions. And it is great. I think it is amazing. And artists in this day and age are especially important in the VTubing community, especially the indie VTubing community, because you have all of these creative people wanting to bring life to these characters that want to entertain people online. So, like me, you know, one day I woke up and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be a VTuber, and that was kind of it. You know, I woke up one day and I'm like, I'm gonna be a VTuber. So what did I do? I made my social media. I looked up things to get started. And then I was like, oh, well, I need to come up with my concept, and then I need to contact an artist, because my art is still shit. So, yeah, and I found this wonderful artist, my first papa. I'm still waiting to get a rigging to get a rigging artist. So, I'm not sure if I have a papa and a mama or two papas yet, but we'll find out soon. But this is my papa in the chat. Sekominence, and I discovered them because they mostly did fan art of Toa from Hololive. Yeah. So that's how I discovered them. They mostly did fan art of Toa from Hololive, and I looked at their art, and don't get me wrong, I looked at a lot of artists. And with my personality traits, I was anxious about contacting people, and I was anxious about contacting these artists who seemed so amazing, and asking them, hey, can you draw my little OC? It's like the kid walking up to the adult and being like, hey, mister, I got this really cool original character, do not steal, but I would like you to draw him for monies. And so it took me a while to work up the courage to do that. And once I reached out to them, they were very, very, very nice. They were amazingly nice. And they were like, yeah, sure. No, I am totally down for that. We can do you a character concept. And that's how it started. And as that went on, oh, my papa is so amazing. He came back and he's like, hey, so you know what? I can also make you your model and have it cut and pieced out for a rigger to work on too. And I'm just like, oh my god, my papa's amazing. And he's shown me the model. The model is almost done, and soon, probably within like the next week or so, I'll be able to take the model and start going to riggers and getting that set up and started. So, animated Vivlio coming soon. Watch out. I'm coming for ya. Gonna give it to ya. What's this? Bad luck. I agree. I remember my high school friend who wanted to be an artist. She was told by a high school college director that she shouldn't go for an art degree because artists weren't making enough money. She got an art degree in the end, but her career was short-ended because college debts and no success getting a good start in her art career. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was talking about before, is that art career is not easy. It's not an easy thing to start. Luckily, the internet and getting to be able to do commissions and stuff, if you're good at certain arts, can help you be successful on an independent level. But art is not an easy field to be very successful in, especially early on. It takes a lot of work. But yeah, so you've got these artists out there who do all this wonderful work, and you've got all these VTubers who want to become you got all these people who want to be VTubers. And it was kind of like an inevitable marriage between the Twitter artists and the VTubers, because, you know, unless you're talented and confident enough to make your own character art and model, you're probably going to reach out and hire someone to do it for you, which is what I did. I reached out to Thurao Sekominets and asked them, based on my OC sketches, to design a character for me. And that's what you have with Vivlio. I sent him a couple pages of sketches of what I wanted Vivlio to look like. Like, I was like, oh, you know, I want the poofy, messy hair. I want 2 horns. I want to be wearing this kind of jacket with these pins on it. And then I want a t-shirt like this. And he just kind of put it together and added some extra details. And I was like, wow, amazing, amazing. And yeah, that's where we're kind of at. And so the marriage between VTubers and artists on Twitter was like destined to happen at this point. Because again, you've got these people who need character art, and you've got these artists who need people's money to survive. So you've got all of these people who are paying these artists to make OC characters, to make promotional art, emotes, backgrounds, reference sheets, all this stuff. And it is just growing ever constantly because of it. So it is just amazing. Hey, Terwin, welcome. You're late to the party, mother trucker. You're late to the party, mother trucker. Oh, I'm going to take that Terwin interrupt as a chance to take a sip. Hui. Huh. Hui. Yeah, you. And? And? Well, I guess we'll have to catch the VOD to hear all of Viv's embarrassing secrets about his art school days. Too bad, Terwin, you missed like a good hour of it. Sorry, bro. So, anyways, going back to what I was talking about, the marriage between VTubers and Twitter artists. And then you've also got these Twitter artists who became VTubers. You've got these VTuber artists who stream themselves making art, myself included. I stream myself drawing art as I continue to improve, and it's mostly because I don't have a lot of time, so if I want to draw, usually I'm going to have to draw on stream so that I can get time in to do long projects for drawing, like the 8-hour draw-a-thon I did of Sugar this past Sunday. Normally, I wouldn't have the time to do that, but because I was able to stream it, I had time, and that's what helped. So now you've got all these artists who are also VTubers drawing on stream, and that has also exploded into a huge, I guess, kind of market, because now people can watch these VTuber artists draw on stream, and even some of the artists aren't VTubers. Some of them just draw without being VTubers, and now they can market their skills through websites like YouTube and Twitch by drawing on stream. Terwin, you can talk to Twitch about the new emote. They haven't approved it yet. I'm very sorry, bro. But, like, my ramen emote and my drowning emote are both just still pending in the wind. You'll have to take that up with Twitch, bro. You'll cut him? You'll cut him? Okay, Taro bro. Oh yeah, so I'll show that off really quickly on the screen because I'm doing a display share. We have a new emote that will eventually get released by Twitch, but we'll go ahead and share that on screen here. And that is the hydrate emote I made the other night. It is of Viv drowning, because you mother truckers are constantly spamming the hydrate redeem at some point during my streams usually. So here you go. Once Twitch approves this, you'll be able to spam this along with the hydrate redeems. And there we go. Park's going to do it. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm going to hydrate. Huh. Hydration's important. Hydration is key. There, I took a couple of big lugs for you guys. Oh my god, thank you, Park. Thank you, Taiga. Thank you, Zan, for the extra hydration. If I have to run off and pee, I'm blaming you guys. Vivlio the drowned demon. Oh no! So there is an option with the redeems to actually put a time limit on them so that everyone in the chat can only use that redeem every so often. And I've thought about doing it, but I'm like, no, I need to let my chat drown me. I need to let these guys drown me. You guys would be sad if I took away your ability to drown me, so I will keep it there. So yeah, so able to market yourself using tools like Twitter and Twitch by streaming your art. Like last night I spent a good time having multiple streams open. I was watching some VTuber friends, but I was also checking out this one stream of this guy who was taking a made illustration and was animating it live on stream. He was doing all the animation effects to this image live on stream, and I was just watching, blown away by this guy's skill. And actually, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead. That would require me to go into Twitch to get his information. I'll post it later. Yeah, we drown you with love, but also with liquid. You mother truckers. All right, more of them. I'm gonna start calling you my hell spawn. My God. There we go. Two. Yeah. 3 sips. You know what else Viv needs to do? Bad luck? No. Bad luck? What are you doing? No. Wait. Vivless swole. Oh my gosh. Alright. 10 push-ups. I got it. I'm doing my 10 push-ups. Hold up. Alright. Ready. Set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waterboarding the demon. Oh my gosh, you guys practically are waterboarding the demon. I mean, you're making me work out and drink water? Ah, you guys are evil. You guys are evil. The health spawn shall come together. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Alright. So, yeah, I was watching this guy do this animation for this illustration last night. I was just blown away. And I want to try and learn to do animations myself. Probably nothing that major at first. Maybe like just simple animations for stuff like loading screens and everything, so I can start making some more of my own assets. So, yeah, so I think it's actually really, really great that artists and the VTubing community kind of found each other and have created this kind of art market where these artists can showcase their talents and then sell their talent to help others who are unable to make it but want to use that art as a resource to entertain. And I think that's great. I think that's really wonderful. Tarwin, you oo-wooed wrong. You oo-wooed wrong. If you want to oo-woo correctly, you should watch Momoka streams, because that's how you oo-woo, Tarwin. That's how you oo-woo. Right, bad luck? Right? I mean, so for as far as my case goes, I opened my commissions up. I haven't had any biters yet. I don't think my commission sheet is getting circulated around as much as I had hoped. Hopefully that will change. But for the most part, recently, what I've been doing is I've just been doing a lot of fan art of VTuber mutuals or VTuber designs that I'm a big fan of. So, like, I did my 8-hour stream. my 8-hour stream. I did my 8-hour stream of Sugar Plum on Sunday. Hey, Waji! What up? Park? You know what? Park's got it absolutely right. Artists wanting their work to be seen hand in hand with VTubers wanting to be seen as drawings. Exactly. It is a marriage that works. And like I was saying, I've been doing a lot of fan art lately. Like I did my 8-hour stream of Sugar Plum this past Sunday. If you watch the screen behind me right now, I'm doing a art of a OC of Freya's that she created for her visual novel game that she made on stream herself. This is my rendition of her character. And then I also did a Calliope Mori stream where I drew Calliope Mori from scratch, and that was a 6-hour drawing stream. And then I also have done arts of Chaos and Persephone, but I did those two off stream. The Chaos one because it was a surprise for her interview, and I didn't want her to see it. And the Persephone one, I just kind of did off screen because I started it off screen. And if I start something off screen, then usually I won't stream myself working on it, because if I've already started it off stream, then I don't think people are interested in watching me stream a piece of artwork that they're watching from halfway completion already. So that's how I feel on that. But yeah, every time I draw something, I feel like it gets better. And that really makes me happy as I continue to improve. And, I mean, you've got all these artists, and one thing I want to also touch on is artist styles. So you've got all these artists, and you've got all these different people, so of course there's also a difference in art styles. You've got all these people doing all of this different type of art. So, you know, you've got people who draw more in an anime style. You've got people who draw more in a realistic style. You've got people who draw mostly in chibi. You've got people who draw in mostly character, realistic proportion size art styles. And you've got all these different types of styles. I mean, you've got people who draw with the big eyes, people who draw with little eyes, people who draw with more cell shading, people who do a lot of more blended shading. I mean, it is just so many differences, and some of them are large, some of them are minute. Hey, Vivli-Talks, for people who haven't seen the commissions post yet, how should we contact you for commissions? You know what, Park? I'm glad you asked. I was going to post it at the end of the stream, but I'll go ahead and post it on here right now as well. We will be going to my coffee page. Coffee for Vivli-Talks, and I'll bring that down here right now for you guys to all see. So this is my coffee page. So when you're dealing with an artist, A lot of them will either use PayPal or Coffee. Those are the two most frequent used forms of payment. Contact is either Twitter with PayPal or with their Coffee. And sometimes Twitter artists even tell you to pay them using their Coffee. So for this one, as you can see, I have my avatar is my most recent drawing of Vivlio on my own. The banner is, I made these books. I drew the books and I did the background. The chibi version of Vivlio, though, was drawn by an artist who I'm going to plug at the end of this stream, named Mealy, and she is an absolute dear, and she is also the Zoom. She is super fast. Basically, for her, if you send her a commission request and she's not working on anything else, you can almost expect that commission request to be done within like 5 to 6 hours after submitting it. She is the zoomiest artist I have ever seen. She is amazing. But yeah, so as you can see, I have my Coffee page here. I have my Coffee separated out in $1 increments. So based on what kind of commission you get, you will have the option of just putting that dollar in amount. So you can just put in $20 and you do $20 or whatever. And then for a message, you would put in like commission for so and so. And then what you have on your Coffee page is you have a gallery. And in this gallery, you can put in everything you've worked on. And everyone can see everything you've worked on as a way of seeing what sort of art you put out. So looking here, we'll go ahead and just do one of my most recent ones. We'll do Persephone. And you can see Persephone here. And this is a recent drawing I did of Persephone. And I can also pull her up in my file here if we wanted to get a better look at her. There you go. So there's my art of Persephone that I did. She's another VTuber. I really liked her design, so I drew her. And she was actually really happy to get fan art. So here's the thing, though. VTubers love art of themselves and of others that they get along with. And if you make fan art of a VTuber, they will love it. I mean, it could probably be pretty freaking scuffed, but because you took the time to draw them and share it with them, they will probably love it to their deathbed. To their deathbed, they will love that fan art. They will love all the fan art because fan art is amazing. I mean, who doesn't want to have art made of them or their OC? It's amazing. It's great. People love it. And then, again, here's the Sugar Plum from the other day. Chaos. You did, and I am going to post that. You know what, Park? Thank you for reminding me on that. I'm going to post that on Twitter today after the stream. But I do a lot of different things. So like, I even do random stuff like a cat ear redeem ticket, or I do pinup girl pose drawings like these. I did a Calliope Mori for that one stream I did. There's one of Ada Solel that I did off stream. This is one I did for Chaos when she was having a really bad computer night a while back. This was a while back, though. But I also do emotes, like the Vivla Blush, which people seem to like, the Vivla Blush. We've got the Vivla Business, which is not on Twitch. But, like, this is the emote I use when I get down to business, because I am the manager son in Sanbaka Boys, because I'm the person who's always going, all right, we got to work on this, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to get these interview questions out, we got to start getting answers. The Vivlio Ramen emote is one of the ones I have pending for approval. There's a Chaos version of it. Yeah. So, and then I have my commission sheet, which is here. Probably not that easy to see on the screen here. It is on my Twitter. I will probably... I can probably pull that... I'll pull it in a moment, because I'm using the browser right now. But... yeah. So, you have all of this art And Coffee is a great way. I also do stuff like this. This is when I feel artistic because I do stuff like this. But Coffee is a great way to have a page that people can go to, and you can share stuff like your goals and about me, which usually just pulls from your Twitter. And if you support other artists, it'll give you notifications about what they're working on and everything. So I mean, it's a bit of a networking platform to help support artists, which is really important. So we got that. And then for my commission stuff. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because I think it's really great how artists and VTubers are really kind of like a match made in heaven for helping each other out, in that VTubers need people to draw art and artists need people to pay them for drawing the art. So I think that worked out very well. And this is the Twitter post for the commission details. So that'll be a much easier to read thing. Or you can go to my Coffee and pull up the image to read it. And then, yeah. So it's really important that we have all these amazing artists on Twitter, Fiverr, Coffee, all of that, who can help these VTubers get the art made that they need. Now, in addition to those websites, I also want to briefly touch on Skeb. And Skeb is a Japanese website for Japanese artists to showcase their talent and get commissioned in what I would probably call a gacha art system. So I call it a gacha art system because you can send a request to an artist and you can provide them reference links for like poses and characters and that kind of stuff. But the thing is that you are still taking a gamble on the quality of art and how much their vision is going to match what you want. So I've received art that I really like that was different from what I originally envisioned, and I have received art that I didn't like that was either similar to my vision, but I didn't really care for it, or there were some minor details that I did not like but did not hate. So my overall experience with Skeb has been mostly positive with some minor detail annoyance. All right, Park, thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a good night. You have a wonderful evening, sir. I know you work the night shift. I'll catch you later. I'm gonna take a sip. So yeah, Skeb is a website where you can go and pay these Japanese artists commission, give them your reference and details, and they will create art for you. And they have a set time to complete. If they accept your commission, they have a set time to complete the commission that they set on their profile, and you are agreeing to it by commissioning them. So I have a bunch of them that I put in at the end of March that won't be due until the middle or end of May kind of deal going on right now. So the other reason I wanted to bring up Skeb, the other reason I wanted to bring up Skeb is because a lot of VTubers use Skeb to get what they feel is high quality Japanese art by Japanese artists made for their characters. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with that. I think it's fine. It's their money. It's their character. They can do what they want with it. All I will say is that I am a big supporter in supporting Twitter artists because I feel that the Twitter artists, you can form a more personal connection with a Twitter artist than you can with a Skeb artist. Because a Skeb artist, you're not allowed to contact them outside of Skeb. No, you're not allowed to do that. Unless they specifically contact you outside of Skeb, you are not supposed to contact them. A Twitter artist, they will send you like a draft and they'll ask your opinion and all these different things through the process, and it just feels a lot more personal. And I think it feels a lot more satisfying when you get the completed project from a Twitter artist than a Skeb artist. That is just my personal opinion. Again, people can do what they want with their money. That's just my take on it. I like supporting people that I can personally know, or people that I see that are part of the community. If I see a VTuber who's an artist and I like their art and they're taking commissions, I'm probably going to want to commission them, and I want to support them because I enjoy what they do. That's just how I am. That's just how I like to do things. So I always say Skebs are fine, but always keep an eye out on the Twitter artists, because supporting people within the community, I feel, is better than playing Japanese art gacha. How much is the Ara Ara? The Ara Ara is 1,500. Ada hasn't been here very long. Yeah, I can Ara Ara for free today. I can do a free Ara Ara. Give me 1 second here. Mo Ara-san. Ara Ara. You're gonna make Park redeem it? I don't know. Park might have spent his points drowning me. Oh, and Taiga just did it. Mo Taiga-san tara Ara Ara. Yo, Taiga, a cool dude. Taiga, a cool dude. Alright. So, moving on from the Skeb talk, I want to talk about more of the commission process and how artists do their commissions and their commission sheets and all that. I want to do my take on that. So, when you look at an artist, often an artist who is doing commissions will have a commission sheet. So they will have this commission sheet, and they'll have this commission sheet with a list of their rules and everything on it. So I'm just going to pull mine up for really quick look here. There we go. So here we go. We have Vivlio's commission sheet. All the Vivla blushes in chat. Oh my gosh. Alright. So we have the Vivlio commission info. So for Vivlio has a couple of rules for his commissions, which you can read over here. So Viv's rules are very simple. Viv does not want to draw mecha. Viv does not want to draw graphic sexual content. Lewd and ecchi is okay, but graphic sensual content, Viv will not draw. Viv is not going to draw the sexes. I do not make animations, and I always reserve the right to refuse a commission. Now, these are important rules to set up when you're setting up a commission, because you want people to know what you are and are not willing to do. So I am very clearly stating I do not want to draw mecha. And I don't want to draw mecha because I am not very good, skilled, or comfortable drawing that sort of artwork. I'm not good at drawing mechanical objects. Mechanical objects have all the little moving pieces and parts and minute details as they fit together, and I just don't want to draw that because I feel that is super time consuming, and I just do not have fun drawing that. So that's what that is. That's how it is. That's how it's got to be. That's how it's got to be. No graphic sexual content. I don't want to draw people having sex. I don't want to draw people in those kinds of compromising situations. I do not find joy in making content with that in there. I do not find joy in drawing nudity. It is not my thing. So that's what that is. So, and then if you look at this, also, you'll see that what artists will usually do is they'll segregate their art based on the type it is and with the pricing. So like for a line art, which is just the black and white line art, usually you charge a lot less for that because it takes less time. It's just the black and white line art. It's fairly simpler to make. You get to coloring though, and you see the price increase probably close to double what a line art would be in most cases I've seen, depending on the artist, a simple colored piece. And that's because now, you know, you're including the process of coloring it in addition to the line art. And usually most people who do a simple colored piece will also do something like simple cell shading, or they might do blurred shading. And it's a time-consuming process. And if you look in there, usually anything beyond a simple thing usually has additional charges, and there is usually a list of what, you know, what is allowed, what isn't allowed. And then you have more complex pieces like an illustration piece, where it's kind of like what these two are, where you have the very fine designed character with either like a more intricate background or props like cats or sweets and the teddy bear and stuff like that. That is called an illustration piece. And the illustration piece is more because you're spending more time trying to give as much detail as you can on it. So like I don't even know how long these two took me. I don't even remember because I did both of these off stream. But the Sugar Plum one took me 8 hours. The Sugar Plum one took me 8 hours. This one, which is the video we're watching right now, I think was just a little over 2 hours. So 2 to 3 hours versus 6 to 8 hours of time to work on something. So yeah, this is priced up higher. And honestly, this is actually, I think, supposed to be a pretty cheap price because I'm just starting out. I see a lot of people who charge upwards of $70 to $90 or more for illustration pieces. So, you know, artists' time is worth money. And, you know, you're not really paying for the hours they spend on it so much as you're paying for the hours they've spent honing that skill so that they can offer the service that they offer. And that's an important distinction to make. And then, you know, you also got Vivlio being like, oh, well, you know, I also do abstract art, and I do the abstract art at like half the price of an illustration piece because it's abstract art. And then I do emotes, and then I do books and stuff. I take requests, you know, so like if people want to do requests for like props or background commissions or anything like that, then that's what that is. But everything you see on this commission page is something that I have personally drawn. Everything you see here is something that I have personally drawn. And so that's another thing. When you make a commission page, just you always use your own art. Always use your own art. And that's just what I got to say on that. So with artists, with their commissions, when an artist gives you a price up front on a commission, negotiating with them is probably not going to go in your favor. When an artist has a set price, that's pretty much a concrete price. They don't want to haggle. They don't want to negotiate, because if you're trying to undercut their prices, they're going to feel it's not worth their time to make your art. And even if they do accept it, you're probably not going to get the quality of art you're hoping to get, because they're going to feel undercut by you, and they're not going to put that much effort into it. So if an artist has a price sheet, just pay what they say. Just pay what they say. Don't try to undercut them. Don't try to haggle or negotiate on the pricing. It's not going to go your way. It's not going to go your way. And if you are in a financial position to do so, for the love of God, thank you, bad luck. For the love of God, I need a sip. Water. Whew, if you are in a financial position to do so, please, doesn't matter if it's like $2, doesn't matter if it's $5, tip your artist. Give your artist a tip, give them a gratuity as a way of saying thank you. My general rule of thumb when dealing with artists, when I am in a financial position to do so, is to tip them like I would tip a waiter bill. So if I'm in a good financial position to tip, let's say the commission is $30, I will probably tip them I'll probably tip them around like $7 to $10 on the commission. I'll probably tip them about $10 on the commission, because you got to tip your artists. You know, they're people. They need to make money. And sure, you're paying their price for the art, but here's the thing about tipping your artist. If you tip your artist and you really like their art and you want to order more art from them in the future, tipping them will make them more amenable to fulfilling your requests with your art and doing you favors in the future for the art. So maybe you need to get an art piece done and they're like, oh, well, I've got X amount of art that I need to get done. But you know what? If you keep tipping if you order from them regularly and you tip them, they might go, I can do you a solid and maybe bump you up in the wait list. Or I can do you a solid and maybe I'll put in a few extra hours this week to get it done for you. That kind of stuff. Yeah, because artists are people and people can be bought. And tipping your artist goes a long way in making them know that they are appreciated, and puts in that mindset that if you come back to them, that you might continue to tip them, and continuing to tip them is what's going to get them to want to keep working with you and have them give their all in making the art. So, respect the artist's prices. Tip them when you can. Respect their rate sheet. I already said that basically, but what I meant to say is respect their rules, their limits, their restrictions. Respect that. Don't ask them to draw stuff they're not comfortable with. And then sending references. If an artist asks you for a reference, provide them the best reference you can and give them as much detail as you can so that they can give you the best product that they can. And for those of you who are artists and you're just starting out and you're not exactly sure how strong-willed or confident you can be in commanding your prices and commissions and everything, just stand your ground. Please just stand your ground, because in addition to the VTubing and artists going hand in hand, and it being it is really a buyer's market right now, because you've got a lot of artists trying to garner business right now. It is a buyer's market because you have some of these artists that will try to undercut each other in pricing. You'll have newer artists who have much lower pricing because they don't feel confident about their art. But everyone just kind of needs to stick together and not try and kind of screw each other over on that. And as an artist, you should always be upfront about your expected completion times. Now, if you have a client and they're bugging you like every day about their art, then that's one thing. But as someone who is a purchaser of art, I have always found that giving someone, if someone tells you that it's going to take them, if someone takes it every 2 weeks, I'm just going to say it, every 2 weeks, if a commission, unless you're already know that you're on a waiting list, I feel every 2 weeks is a fair amount of time to wait before contacting an artist, unless you're on a waiting list. If you're on a waiting list and they tell you you're on a waiting list, then I would say check back every 3 weeks to a month on the status of the waiting list for them to tell you where you are on it, and just go from there. Please do not harass your artists. They are working when they can, as they can. They are human, and a lot of the artists that I really enjoy working with are students still. And so they're dealing with classes, life, and art. And some of them are VTubers on top of that. So they're doing art, VTubing, classes, and living a life. Holy shit. So be kind to your artists. Be kind. Be kind. Please be kind to your artists. That's all I gotta say on that. That's all I gotta say is be kind to your artists. Yeah. Just be kind to them. Because you don't want to piss off an artist. And you certainly don't want to piss off the artist community as a VTuber. Because pissing off the artist community as a VTuber will quickly get you just blacklisted by everyone. And, people don't... The world doesn't need more buttheads. The world does not need more buttheads. The world needs more kindness. So, be kind to your artists. Artists, be kind to your clients. And everyone just try to get along. Can I believe the artist who is giving us wisdom? I want him to be fit and cuter than he is right now. Are you saying I'm not cute enough, Bad Luck? Are you saying I'm not cute enough? What nonsense is this that I'm not cute enough? How dare you? No. Let's go. You can continue to bully me. I accept the bullying. I signed myself up for the bullying. I signed myself up for it, so there's nothing I can do about that. I did it to myself. Hey. I want you to be cute enough to kill us with a single smile. Shaking. Cool. I mean, if you want me to wield that sort of power, I'll only abuse it. I will completely abuse that power, so I don't know if that's a good thing. But, yeah, so I think that's most of my hot take on the art community. It's not really much of a hot take, as much of it is just, like, my thoughts, my explanations, a bit of my background, and just overall how I feel about it. I mean, it is what it is. And honestly, I think there's a lot to be grateful for what we have these days for an art community, in the VTuber community, on Twitter, on art is just everywhere, and never before have we had such easy access to art and artists and the tools to contact and make our own art. And it is really just what an age we live in kind of feeling. Just, it can be kind of humbling just thinking about everything that we've got going on for ourselves right now. I mean, we've got a community based around people making anime avatars for themselves. And we have all these artists who can help bring that dream to life. It is just amazing. It is just amazing. I mean, you see, you hear me and you see me and you're like, oh, that's Vivlio. That's Vivli-Talks. He's that cute, demon boy who likes books and stuff. And yeah, if you go way back to the start of my Twitter for like the first 2 months, I would do weekly book and music recommendations on Twitter. I haven't done those so much anymore. I should get back to doing those. Those were kind of fun, but I've just been so busy I haven't. But yeah, so again, like you hear me, you see me, and you think, oh, that's Vivlio, that's Vivli-Talks, and you don't really. I don't know if you really think or not, but you don't think of the person behind Vivli-Talks. You think of Vivli-Talks. And I think that is just so amazing that I have reached out and I have made all these new friends in the community and all this stuff. And I've done it as this anime avatar named Vivli-Talks. And despite that being the case, some of them I feel really, really close to. And, you know, it's... Again, the internet is amazing for being able to reach out to people and meet new people and like-minded people and just grow as a community of all these people where all they want to do is become their original anime character and spread entertainment to make others feel great. And Terowin comes in and ruins it. Thank you, Terowin! Thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, Terowin. The internet is for art. It is for art! Ah. My throat's dying a little bit. Done a lot of talking. Yeah, and I mean, you've got all these people who make all this great art. I mean, you know, I'm gonna move Vivlio just a little bit here so we can see the thing that is Doodle Viv right here. So you've got the Doodle Viv right here. This Doodle Viv was made by Freya Fukunaga. She is a friend and a VTuber, and she originally made a bunch of these for mutual friends who are VTubers that went to her channel regularly and interact with her regularly. And she gifted this to me, and she's like, oh, it's so scuff, it's so scuff. But, I mean, look at this thing. Look at it. It moves. It moves! And it's adorable! I added the aviator shades. I make aviator shades, by the way. But I made and attached these aviator shades to it, so... Yeah. But isn't he is adorable. Look at him. He's adorable. He's adorable. And Freya Fukunaga made him. So, in addition to all these people who can do... art, you've also got these talented people who can... Oh, and look, there's all three versions of Viv on screen right now. Chibi Viv, regular Viv, Doodle Viv. Yeah. So, what you've got going on here is you've got all these artists, and then you've also got these people who can do rigging. And rigging is the process of animating and connecting the programming for the model that allows them to move with the VTube programs that do the face recognition and body movement captures. And I'm going to go ahead and do those sips from Bandit. Bandit, those are only 2 sips. That's not going to... Oh, God! Key, why? There. I'm out of water. You guys literally emptied the bottle in this one stream. I'm gonna have to take a whiz before too long. Ugh. Yeah. Key, I'm out. I'm out of water. Key, I'm out of water. I can't, Key, I'm out of water. How do I return these? Let's see here. Can I... Where is the Vivli-Sips? That's a Vivli-Talks sip. I don't want those. I want the Vivli-Sips. Those are all really old. How do I... I'm trying to gift Key back her points because I'm not doing it. I'm out of water. I'm out of water! I'll figure it out later. Yeah, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. I'm out of water! You guys made me drink it all! Oh, there goes Viv on the screen going nuts. Drink my own tears. Yeah, no. That's okay. I can make Terwin cry by screaming. By screaming. I can make Terwin cry by singing. Plan B then. Oh no. Oh no, what's the plan B? Oh god, I don't want to know what the plan B is. Let's make Viv get out of his chair. Wow, look at that Viv model go. As he changes the subject. Just look at that Viv model go. I don't want to leave my chair. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I guess for now. Oh, a Vivlio stretch. Oh, and a Vivlio swole. Well, let's do the stretch. Alright, I'll be right back with the swole. Hey. You monsters. You absolute monsters. You absolute monsters. Alright, swoles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then another stretch. Alright, fine. I'm going to get water then. I'm going to put you guys on the Be Right Back screen. I'll be right back. Well, Key, were you successful? Did you beat the boss? Did you win, Key? Did you win? Did you win? No, she's probably still fighting the boss. I'm back. I've got water, and I emptied my demon bladder so I can take more water. Ah, that's good agua. Good agua. That's what we call good agua. And so some of you might have noticed, but some of you may not have yet, but I also opened a Curious Cat for Vivli-Talks. I emptied my demon bladder, but I opened up a Curious Cat, which is basically an Ask Me Anything type of thing, where you can send me questions and then I answer them. Depending on the question, I may answer it and post it on Twitter, or I might just answer it in the website and not post it on Twitter, depending on the question. And if the question is really out of line, I probably won't answer it at all. Yeah, so that's where that is. So that's something that I'm doing. Yeah. And then what else is there to really talk about? I think that's kind of it. I talked about everything else. I talked about my feelings on the artist community. I talked about my commissions. Huh. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to shout out some artists. I want to shout out some community artists. So first off, since they're already on the front page, I want to shout out Frogodile. Frogodile is a artist who does these very colorful, simple, pastel-colored characters. Frogodile is their mascot, and they stream on Twitch as well. And I believe currently they are doing, they are accepting commissions for their rigged, for their scuff rigs in anime and chibi style. And they've got all their information here on their page. So check them out. They do really chill stream stuff, and they're really cool. I really enjoy their streams. I like to sit in their streams and listen to them draw to really chill tunes as I come up with drawing ideas. And their stuff is really cool. I love their stuff. So I would totally check them out. And I wanted to show this piece that they did. Yeah, so this artist, Frogodile, really cool. Really, really nice. Very pog. They're a very pog person. They're from the Pog Pond. So definitely check them out. Wanted to shout them out really quick. And then I also want to shout out this person, Cherry VT. They are another artist who is also a VTuber. And right now, they're not accepting any new commissions, but they do a lot of really good work. And let me just go ahead and plug them in here. And so, like, they did this one on stream just today. They did this just today as one of their commissions on a stream today. They also do... why am I doing this the hard way? Media. Haha. But yeah, so, like, she does a lot of this kind of artwork. Like, Cherry does amazing artwork. Cherry's great. I've commissioned Cherry in the past. Cherry's a lot of fun. Cherry's cool. I like Cherry. Cherry does some really cool stuff. Highly recommend Cherry's work. Cherry's really cool. Any other artists I wanted to shout out? Those are the two that I constantly check on that really stand out in my mind, are Froggodile and Cherry. I would definitely say give them a check out. They're very cool. I really enjoy them. I would also, you know what? Actually, I want to shout out someone who is streaming earlier. Let me see if they're still streaming. Give me 1 second here. Yes, they are still streaming, and they're still streaming art. So we're gonna go to their thing really quick. And they are an artist who does both who streams their art. They do drawings, and they do their own rigging and motion capture programming too. And that's going to be Noira. And so this is the link to her Twitch. She's currently streaming herself creating a chibi model to be animated and rigged. And she is using a chibi model that she herself created. And she is a lot of fun. And she always looks like she's doing such great work. So I wanted to give her a quick shout out. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what I had planned. We're kind of done with Vivlio's hot takes and talks right now. Thanks everyone who came by and hung out for me for this Vivlio talk. I was hoping to make the 2-hour mark, but it looks like we just hit just under 1 minute and 40, which I'm okay with. I did a lot of talking today. So I think from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and raid someone. And I think who we're gonna raid. You know what? Because I mentioned it, we're going to raid this artist. And this artist is currently working on a rigging project, it looks like. So we are going to go ahead and raid this person. So be sure to give them the Vivlio welcome. Oh, thanks, Bad Luck. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I did my best. I did my best. Yeah, so I want to try and make this into like an almost weekly thing, I think. So if I'll try to come up with another topic of something I want to talk about next week. If I can't, maybe I'll just do this as like an every other week thing and just play a game on the every other week. So we'll go ahead and figure that out later. But for now, I want to just say thank you everyone who came by. Thank you for everyone who stayed. Everyone who didn't stay, still thank you very much for stopping by and hanging out and listen to me ramble about art for an hour and a half. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you. And I hope that you'll come again next time. I'll catch you all later on Vivli-Talks channel. Bye-bye, and have a wonderful evening. Peace out.